Hey Cancer, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast. This is for August 15th through the 21st. You might stumble upon the video in a few weeks, a few months, a few years. It's all good. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it. Just keep in mind that this is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. So without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's see what's coming up here for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising. One more shuffle. All right, let's get right on into it. I'm going to move you all just a little bit closer. And the first card coming up here for the collective is the Eight of Swords. Now, this is a card that can come up because we feel stuck in a situation. We feel powerless, okay? We feel like our hands are tied and we need somebody to come in and to help us get out of this situation. You guys have heard me go through the whole explanation and breakdown of that, those of you that watch my channel. I'm not going to get into that right now because I'm getting a really specific message or really specific energy around the Eight of Swords. So we're going to move it along and focus on the energy that I'm feeling in this particular situation. In this particular situation for Cancer, I feel like the reason for the Eight of Swords is some of you are having somebody kind of flake on you in a really important situation, right? Maybe you were planning on taking a trip and they said they were going to go with you, and then last minute they're saying they can't go, or they were going to contribute financially to something and they're like, oh, sorry, I can't, something came up, I'm not going to have the money. I feel like some of you had this plan and you were really looking forward to it, and you were really optimistic about it succeeding, and you felt like finally, like, I have support, it's gonna happen, I have this help. And now you're being told that they're not going to be able to help you. But the message that I'm getting is that this is a matter of divine intervention, because there's something about this person's energy that's not vibing with what spirit is moving you to do and with where you're headed. This person is not meant to be a part of this, right? Your angels and your guides are going to help you. This is not the end of the road for you. You don't have to give up on the plan. You're going to have to move forward and do it without this person, but this person is not meant to be in it. Like, your angels and guides are telling you, no, we don't want this person involved in this. Now, you might say, well, I'm still going to need help at some point, right? And this is where what I usually say about the Eight of Swords comes in, right? I say that we have to step out of the current energy and step out of our comfort zone, step out of that energy. And as we're moving along and as we're moving forward, when we're getting away from the low vibrational territory, we start to encounter higher vibrational people, and we start to encounter people to be there for us, work with us, help us, have our back, be our friend, whatever it might be. So you're gonna find the support along the way, but it's gonna be as you're moving away from the current circle, because the people in the current circle, they're not ready to go with you. And you need to move forward because you don't match that energy anymore. You've ascended. And so as you allow yourself to move forward, you're going to pick up support along the way. The next card that's coming up here for Cancer is the Knight of Swords. So when you have this person flake on you, you may be very angry. You may want to give them some choice words. You may want to go off on them. And that can be very understandable, right? I feel like whatever you decide to do, or however you decide to handle the situation, you're going to have to do what's best for you in your circumstance. But Spirit is reminding you again that there is a level of divine intervention here, and that this is a protection for you. You'll look back later and you'll say, oh, I'm glad I don't have this person's hands in this. I'm glad that I ended up, not having them involved in this. But there may be a conflict, there may be a disagreement. The fact that the Knight of Swords is coming up makes me feel, Cancer, like you have to be ready. You have to be prepared, because the Knight of Swords makes me feel like this isn't someone that's gonna be sympathetic. This isn't someone that's gonna feel like, oh my gosh, you know what? Cancer's right. This is really embarrassing. I'm embarrassed that I did this. I'm sad that I let my friend down. I feel embarrassed that I'm behaving in this way. No, they're not going to own up to it. Knight of Swords makes me feel like they're going to come right back at you like you're the one who's being unreasonable. You're the one who's not being understanding. So I don't feel this is someone that's going to apologize. So if you are going to go off on them, or if you do want to tell them, you have to do it in a way where you're like, okay, you know what? I'm just doing this to get this off my chest. I don't have any expectation from this person. I don't have expectation that they're going to see the error of their ways. I don't have expectation that they're going to apologize or that they're going to step up and honor their commitment, right? I'm just saying what I need to say to get it off of my chest. That's the way you're going to have to approach this, because this is someone who's going to come at you like defending themselves, and maybe even kind of like turning the tables on you, like turning back around against you. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Five of Coins. So you're feeling hurt, you're feeling sad, you may be even abandoned by this person, like they don't have your back. They're just sending you out into the unknown by yourself. I do feel that for some of you, the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Swords can be a work situation. Like you might have gone and you might have complained about something, or you might be thinking about complaining about something. And you may be in the right. You know what? I don't even like the fact that I used the word complain. So if you would just give me a moment here, I'd like to take a step back. I would like to retract that word. I'm not going to say complain, but you may have expressed a grievance, a justifiable grievance of like something that is happening that should not be happening, right? You may have already expressed this, or you may be preparing to express it, to go and to say, hey, this has been going on and it's not okay, it's not right. It may even be something that is unethical. It may even be something that like legally they don't have the right to do. But with this Five of Coins, I feel like some of you are dealing with a company or with a boss. Like they might be like, well, you know what though, Cancer needs this job. Cancer needs this job, so Cancer isn't gonna rock the boat here. And if I just turn the tables on Cancer, and if I make Cancer feel like they're not being a good employee or they're not doing their job, they're just gonna, stay quiet and not bring this up again, and we can just sweep this under the rug because I know Cancer needs this money. If that is the case, I would encourage you to think about ways that you can stand up for yourself and enforce your rights, but maybe do them within the law. So maybe it would be a good idea to go and get a consultation from a lawyer and say, this is my situation, like this isn't right, like what they're doing is against the law. How can I deal with this situation? How can I be safe? Like if I were to report this, is there a way that I could report this in a way and still not bring retaliation against myself? It might be a good idea to go talk to somebody who can give you some direction and some counsel about how to stand up for yourself, but to also do it in a way where you're not, jumping into the fire. Five of Coins, some of you may be going out into this unknown. Like I said, some of you, somebody flaked on you, somebody bailed on you, so now you're going and you're taking these steps by yourself. And some of you have heard me call the Five of Coins the Wizard of Oz card, because it's like it's on that journey, it's on that way. You might feel lost and unsure about the future, and you don't know what's going on, and you feel alone. But along the way, you find your true blue friends. Along the way, you find allies. Along the way, you find people who are going to have your back. So you may be taking the first few steps alone, but you're going to be finding soul tribe and support in the process. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Queen of Cups. And this can be you in your beautiful water sign energy, right? As a Cancer. It could be you embracing the elements and the characteristics of your sign. It could be another water sign coming into the situation, a fellow Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. This could be wifey energy. Maybe some of you are disconnecting from stressful things and focusing on an existing marriage or a relationship that you're trying to move into marriage. But for me, in my readings, the Queen of Cups oftentimes comes up because Spirit is letting us know that you're coming into a time that emotional self-care is crucial for you right now. You're succeeding in your goals and, manifesting the things you're trying to manifest. It's going to come down to your emotional self-care, because your heart is opening up to receive. So you may be experiencing intense emotions. You may be releasing suppressed stuff as you're opening up room to receive. And so sometimes these feelings or memories are going to come up at a really inconvenient time, right? If you're in the grocery store and this stuff pops up, you can't be in the frozen food section bawling your eyes out, obviously, or the bus ride home, or dealing with, getting your kids to do their homework or whatever it might be. But make sure before the end of the day, at some point, you can sit down with this feeling and you can ride out those waves of emotion. You can have a good cry. You can shout, you can yell, you can scream, you can punch your mattress or pillow or whatever you need to do. Get these feelings out of your system and then do some kind of aftercare, something afterwards that soothes you or comforts you. If you're not sure what that might look like, you could ask yourself, well, if there was someone I really cared about and I watched them go through what I just went through, how might I try to help them feel better? Well, would you make a cup of tea, or give them a bowl of soup, or make them something to eat? Would you put on some music? Would you draw them a bath and have them soak in the tub and take a bath? Would you give them a blanket and have them lay down and take a nap? Put on a particular movie, paint, do some kind of crafting or creative project, or go for a walk, do some gardening, whatever it might be. You have to bring in some kind of aftercare. So after the release, make sure that you're doing something to soothe and to comfort yourself. It's going to make a big difference in this part of your journey. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign, or it might add some extra helpful information. There's a playlist in the description of the video that will take you to the other weekly forecast if you want to check that out. There's also a link that will take you to the love readings for August if you want to check out the love readings. And if you want to schedule a private reading with me, again, link in the description for that. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Hopefully I'll see you all in the daily messages on the channel as well. Don't forget to check out the card of the day. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, my dears. Take care and be well.